Hello everyone, it is Mike here and welcome to another tournament. This is going to be part 5. I am actually doing 5 before 4, and I usually do that because of how the accounts, overlap with each other. So it is going to be Rizz versus Iron Taylor. So a very good matchup here, 15 versus 15. As they're eliminated, I will tell you what team they're a part of. And Shrek is number 1. So I am a little bit stopped up, I will say that. Kind of getting over whatever I got. And Shrek, he looks very arrogant. I don't know. I just came up with that. I'm pretty tired too. So I thought I would go ahead and get this one done. Get it out of the way. I'll give you my best. And this is an incredible entrance. It's good that we're not seeing any more generic entrances. We got a scooter. I didn't even know that existed on here. So that's cool. But Kyle is here. And wow. Yeah, so much for the scooter there. He just drove it right into the steps. And it's going to be Shrek versus Kyle. It's not a really fair matchup. And yeah, Rizz and Iron Taylor in this one. And we're going to have, I think this is going to be one of the first ones with hardly any Marvel or DC. So if you all were kind of getting sick of that, you're going to get a little change here. I don't think anyone is. There might be one. But I know the first 6 accounts were at least 60%. And Leon is number 3. And a little bit of part 4 will have some of that too. You'll see part 4 before you see this, but I'm going to go ahead and I always do 5 before 4. I probably shouldn't do it because eventually I'm going to mix them up or something, but I always do. It's just easier when you're trying to get some out of the way, and Shrek just threw Kyle there. And wow, so much for that mismatch. I mean, Kyle eliminates Shrek. And Shrek, that's going to be a big loss for Rizz. And now we got Broly in the house. And Leon, my boy Leon, he's one of my favorites. And Daryl Dixon's number 5. So, Walking Dead. Walking Dead Daryl, I know they did about 100 spinoffs of Walking Dead now. They're just milking it to death. I don't even know if it's still any good. I heard the Rick and Michonne one's actually pretty good, but I just got so tired of it. I watched every single episode of the original series. And by the time I got to the end, I was just burnt out on zombies. And Count Orlok is here. So burned out on zombies. So and number 7 is Freddy. I love this version of Freddy. A lot of people have praised this version. Whoever made it did a great job. Just some great creative ability there. Because he's hard to do. I think he's extremely hard. And Orlok is done, so that's going to be a loss for Iron. Going to be a loss for him. Hopefully this pen doesn't lose ink. They always have ink problems every time I do one of these. It's always an ink problem. And Stan is number 8. So we got Stan and Kyle in this one. I think they're on opposite teams. And look at the double team on Leon. I would love to see a, Resident Evil, they do a lot of these movies and stuff, but, they really need to sit down, write a good movie, and throw Leon in there. They always put out all these movies that nobody cares about. I think the first 3 movies with with Mia Jovovich or whatever her name is, I think they're pretty good. I mean, they're not great, but they're good. But then all the other movies are just not good. And I think they could really do something with that franchise, but they just always seem to drop the ball. And Daryl's been eliminated, so that is going to be a loss for Iron. So his second loss. And Dexter in the house. Yeah, I would love to see like a Leon movie. I know he's had his like animation movies and stuff, but they need to make something. Obviously, you can't make something like the game, or could you? Could you make like a live action version of the game that's actually good, like Resident Evil 4? That would be cool. And Leon is finished. Sometimes it takes me a little while to find them. They like to hide on this list. My goodness, he's really hiding. Oh, Rizz. You got Count Doodoo in the house. Nobody cares about Count Doodoo. And we got Stan and Kyle. Look at Kyle here. Wow. Tombstone. And we got Frankenstein Death Race version. And I'm glad I wrote that down, because if I wouldn't have wrote that down, I would put the other one in. It's a good thing I wrote that down. Got Stink Meaner. I love Stink Meaner. He's pretty crazy though. Anyone from the Boondocks is like extremely crazy. That is a crazy show. I mean, there's a couple episodes in that show I won't even watch. It's a little too much for me sometimes. And that's a loss for Rizz. And Dexter. It's a loss for Iron. And the ink's starting to go out. Oh, goodness. Here we go. It's only when I do this. Of course, the ink doesn't work on that one either. Let's try number 3. And, of course, everyone's flying out as the ink's not working. Okay, number 3 actually worked. Pin 3 worked. Okay, so Dexter's a loss for Iron. And we lost Freddy, didn't we? So that's a loss for Iron also. And Kyle, I got that one for Rizz. Yeah, Stink Meaner, some crazy episodes with him. And yeah, I didn't think he would last long in this. I don't know if we've ever had him. I think we have. I think we've had him in here before. It's been recent, but and that's a loss for Rizz. And Talking Tom. I was very surprised to see Talking Tom. I actually remember this app. I used to use that app on my phone. It was really weird. And I think I would get him to say a bunch of stuff that I shouldn't have got him to say. So. And that's a loss for Rizz there. Frankenstein. I need to revisit Death Race, but I don't recall ever liking it. And Count Doo-Doo gets rid of Tom. And that's a loss for Iron. And Victor Crowley's number 14. Oh my goodness. Wow, Stan got a weird elimination there. I didn't expect that out of him. It was like a kind of like a football tackle, sort of. Or like knocking him in the air. And of course he could do that with Count Doo-Doo, because Count Doo-Doo's, you know, he's too old for this. And Agent Smith. Got Agent Smith now. And so far it seems about even. So we'll see how far that will go. And there goes Stan, the man. And Stan is finished. Got Bagul. My boy Bagul. And Broly is finished. So who's that going to be? That's a big loss too. It's going to be Rizz. So Rizz loses another one. Oh, he lost Orlock too. I didn't see Orlock. It's probably when all my ink went out. Every time. It's every time. I brought 3 pins just to make sure it didn't go out. Because every time I do something like this, something goes wrong. And Leatherface is in the house, and there goes Smith. So much for that. Really, no one has stood out here. It's been, a lot of people have really gotten killed. And that's a loss for Iron. So it's about like a 1-point difference right now, or maybe about a tie. It's too early to tell, though. And there goes Crowley. Wow. And Terminator's number 19. And Crowley is finished. It's a loss for Rizz. Oh, a good counter there by Leatherface. And Bagul is finished. It's a loss for Iron. And Leprechaun's 20. Yeah, we'll see how Me Gold does. Probably not good. Me Gold never does good. I'm still not over that one scene in it was like Leprechaun Back to the Hood, Part 2, where he just starts spitting bars. And it's like, really? You're going to literally be rapping in this movie? I mean, those movies were insane. Part 2's good. I don't like Part 1 of Back to the Hood. And Jason X is 21. But yeah, part 2 of Back to the Hood's pretty funny. It's so bad it's funny. And even Leprechaun in Space is, you know, kind of funny. It's a really bad movie too. Jason X is a bad movie. But it's fun. It's just really over the top. As for Hellraiser Bloodline, which I believe that's in space, and Jimmy Carr's here. One of my favorite comedians, very messed up comedian though. Man, does he have a messed up mind. I think every comedian does. But, yeah, Hellraiser Bloodline was in space, but the difference is it's not entertaining at all. And it took me like 3 times to watch an hour and 20-minute movie. That's a funny story. I would always watch it before bed, and I couldn't even get through it because I would fall asleep. And then, like, it's an hour and 20 minutes, basically. And it took me 3 nights to watch that movie. That is bad. But I'm sure there's a lot worse Hellraiser movies that I fortunately haven't seen. Oh, man, what an uppercut there. And yeah, Jimmy Carr's supposed to have a new special soon. So I cannot wait for that. And we got Jason versus Jason, which is awesome. And they're on the same team, I think, which is crazy. Yeah, they're on the same team. And here comes 2099. And there goes Jimmy. So Jimmy just does not have what it takes here. I mean, he can tell all the jokes he likes, but he just got destroyed. And that's a loss for Iron. And I think V is finished also. And that's going to be a loss for Rizz. Oh, wow. Wow, they used Leprechaun as a hit against Leatherface, which is crazy. And that's going to be a loss for Rizz. And we got the Jason versus Jason matchup still going on. I love it. I'm sure the person that's they're on the same team. I'm sure the person doesn't love that. But I love that matchup. I hope one of them eliminates the other. And there goes 2099. That's going to be a loss for Rizz. So, looks like he's got about 5 left, maybe. And wow, he just lost Jason X, too. Me Gold's doing well. Look at this. He's glitching it, trying to glitch back in or something. I don't know what he's doing. Wow, he must have the luck of the Irish tonight or something. That's incredible. Yeah, Jason X is a loss for Rizz. So yeah, it's not looking good for Team Rizz here. Iron's lost a bunch too, but... And, oh, I think he lost one there, yep. We'll see who's next. And Woody, 26. I'm surprised. Of course, Leprechaun would do good when I say that, you know, he's not going to do good. He automatically gets the luck of the Irish. And RoboCop's 27. I still need to watch number 2. I need to make that on my to-do list. I love number 1, though. Except for some reason on my Blu-ray player, the movie's cursed. Because it won't play after a certain scene. It's crazy. Now, I took that Blu-ray and put it in my dad's Blu-ray player, and it works. So it's just my player that will not shoot that scene for some reason. I don't know why. There's probably some technological thing that I'm not thinking of, but... And Gustavo Fring in the house. At 28, Gus. He's got a new show, that actor does. I love Gus, though. Gus is one of my favorites. I still think Walt did him dirty. Woody's slapping him. I wouldn't be slapping him. Especially if he has a box cutter on him. And Rick Grimes, 29. 29, wow. We're almost there. We're almost to the finish. Jason and Leprechaun really standing out so far. I'm surprised I haven't coughed yet, but I'm going to jinx myself. I'm going to jinx myself, but this is great. I mean, this might be the cure. And Ash is a loss for Iron. And Woody's going to be another loss for him, too. So, it's about to even out here. I think it is almost about even. I'll have to see toward the end, but Hannibal's here at number 30. So that means Hannibal has the target on his back. Get rid of number 30. Always. That is the number one rule. So 6 people left. Three and 3. Yeah, it's even. It's even. This is great. So Rizz has 3. Iron has 3. Yep. That's what it looks like here. Yep. This is great. This is, well, 2K's being nice today. They're being nice today. They want some competition. That's what I want. I want some competition. I don't like a landslide. I don't like a 35-0 victory. I like a close game. Right now they're having as I'm doing this, they're having the March of Madness game, and I can care less. Because every year I fill out my bracket and I just put nonsense on it. I do have UConn winning, so we'll see what happens. It's not over yet, but I just picked UConn because they're good. I don't know anything about them. And Gus has been eliminated, so that's a loss for Rizz. So 2 more left for Rizz. Iron still got 3. We'll see what happens. Jason Leprechaun really standing out here. And please get rid of Hannibal. Somebody. Is Rick going to help us? I hope we have a good showdown here, too. Oh, man, that's a big loss. And a tough loss there. And Jason is a loss for Rizz. So now he is down to 1. But it was 3 versus 3. And the one he's got is... Who does he have? Hannibal. He's got number 30. Hannibal's just trying to do anything he can to RoboCop. It's just not working out. It is not working out. Oh, there goes Hannibal. Thank you, Rick. But that is there goes Rizz's team. So 3 for 3 there. That's crazy. So all the remainders are part of the Iron Taylor team. So he will advance to the Elite 8. And Rizz has been eliminated. But, hey, it was 3 versus 3. But we'll see who wins between these three. And Leprechaun is really trying to prove me wrong. The fact that he's made it this long is just a shocker. Good counter there by Rick. And look here, double choke slam. Wow. Wow, Rick and Leprechaun going back and forth here. This has been a crazy tournament so far, and I'm just glad it was more competitive. Oh, come on. Really? You would literally break your knuckles. Or the bones in your hand by doing that. You don't low blow RoboCop. Come on. You that dumb? Oh my goodness, he's gonna. Oh, he really dropped the ball there. A good skull crushing finale. But yeah, he's gonna pay the price for this. Oh wow, he's still alive. The luck of the Irish for sure. If he wins this thing, I am going to be shocked. Oh, no way. Oh, yeah, he's finished. Yeah, that's what he gets. That's what he gets. He paid the price. You don't low blow him. Like, come on. Oh my goodness, now he's just squeezing the life out of him. And it's down to these two. 29 and I believe 27. So I'm thrilled that it's not 30. As long as it's not 30, I'm happy. And here we go. This might be the end for Rick. It doesn't matter either way because Iron Taylor's going to advance. He's going to advance in the Elite 8. I'm telling you, Leprechaun made the biggest mistake of his life when he low-blowed the RoboCop. I mean, come on. What were you thinking? You don't do that. I'm surprised he didn't break his hand. And another good move there by Robo. We'll see what happens here. I'm rooting for the cop. I'm not well, they're both cops actually. But I'm rooting for the robot. Whoever's been in here the longest, that's who I always go for. That's my rule. But either way, Iron will advance to the Elite 8. So a big win for him. Poor Rizz, it was a 3 versus 3 and all 3 went out. First, but before anybody else did. Rick is really, I'm actually glad this was a little bit longer than, well, we've had some really short ones. Let's just say it wasn't short. Because it's definitely went over a little bit, but not too long. It's just a perfect, could this be it? And Rick is done. Unless he got that counter, he was done. And it will be RoboCop that will take this one. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's half human, half robots. It doesn't matter he got rid of Leprechaun. It doesn't matter. He's not going to WrestleMania. Don't do the fireworks, really. Don't do these fireworks. Quit it. I've told you time and time again. Quit the fireworks. He's not going. I hope you all enjoyed it, though. So, Iron's going to advance to the Elite 8. So congratulations to him. A good fight by Rizz, but in the end, it was that 3 versus 3, and all 3. The first 3 out was Rizz's team. So pretty good overall, though. It was a lot of fun to watch. Surprised about how far Leprechaun made it. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will see you all later.